Yo, what's up, everyone? Kaizouwar here. BlazBlue really does mean a lot to me as a series. I love the lore, I love the characters, I love the music. BlazBlue has a lot to love. But I am so bummed out to where I can't even go crazy over the series anymore like I used to because there's nothing really going on with it. Toshimichi Mori, creator of BlazBlue, has left Arc System Works and started his own company, and with the reassurance from the CEO of Arc System Works saying that BlazBlue will continue, it still doesn't feel the same. You know what I mean? There's like nothing out about BlazBlue right now that will give me the same feeling as, oh, when Central Fiction was coming out, we were learning all the new lore from that. Or like when Chrome Phantasma was coming out and learning all the new lore for that. Or when Alternative Dark World was coming out and all the new lore for that. Like, it's just like that kind of feeling, right? Like, the only thing we have of BlazBlue, like, currently out right now, like, currently being updated, is BlazBlue Entropy Effect. And Entropy Effect is essentially just, like, a BlazBlue skin slapped on an already existing roguelike game, right? So I don't, and there's not really any story related to BlazBlue. I mean, they still use the same Central Fiction character art inside the game, so it's not really, it's only really BlazBlue in name when you think about it. It's BlazBlue in name and the characters are there, but it's really not, like, it's not really BlazBlue in my personal opinion. Even though the game is fun and the game is selling really well, which is, it's amazing. It's just, yeah, it's just BlazBlue, name only, so I can't really talk about that. So, what else is there? Okay, so there was Alternative Dark World, which, yes, was giving us really insane lore, but it didn't give us enough before the game got shut down, like, damn near a year into its launch. And that sucks because I know for a fact there was so much more they could have added to that game, but just never had the chance to. And then, even before that, what else? Like, Cross-Tag Battle doesn't count because the lore for that game doesn't really count because that's a non-canon spin-off, so doesn't count. And then we have BlazBlue Central Fiction. BlazBlue Central Fiction was probably the last time where it felt like BlazBlue was as insanity. I think like when the arcade modes were being released, because BlazBlue has 3 arcade acts, right? Every new act brought in a new revelation for a character that we didn't know before, or reinforced something we knew before in the previous games, stuff like that, right? And I love those times because it was crazy scrolling through those Dust Loop forums and just finding out the most insane stuff you could ever find about a character. Like, why the hell is S from X-Blaze here all of a sudden? Why is Naoto Kurogane from the light novel BlazBlue Blood Experience? What is he doing here? Oh, what's happening with Bullet? Oh no, what's his revelation about Hibiki? Oh no, God, Makoto has what? That kind of stuff. Like, it's just like a bunch of just stuff that will blow your mind about BlazBlue if you've been with the series like forever. And granted, I have not been with the series like forever. I've been here since like Continuing Shift 1 came out, right? And I worked my way backwards to Calamity Trigger, then up to Chrome Phantasma, and so on and so forth. But I just miss those days. I miss those days of just learning new stuff about these characters and having my mind completely blown about the revelations. It feels so empty nowadays, right? Like, people still talk about BlazBlue, there's not, like, people still talk about BlazBlue, still talk about the characters, they bring up some lore stuff, it doesn't feel the same. Like, I see, like, other series, like, for example, like Xenoblade, right? The Xenoblade series has been going on since 2010, bringing out new games, new revelations, stuff like that. Some crazy happens each new game, right? And that's what BlazBlue used to feel like to me. And like, I see people like, like stuff on Twitter trending about, oh my God, this revelation is going to, change everything about the series or stuff like that. And what I feel with Xenoblade, I used to feel like with BlazBlue. It just doesn't happen anymore. It's just nothing there to like scramble my brains and trying to figure out how this plot point connects to this plot point, how this character relates to this character, or all that stuff, And I kind of miss that. And like, BlazBlue has always been a series that had a very like, not important, but significant lore stuff only in Japan, right? Now, you don't have to read BlazBlue Blood Experience to learn a lot about the story, but I like those companion pieces because it gives you more context for certain characters. Like, for example, Naoto Kurogane, who's a new character to technically BlazBlue when he came in Central Fiction, like, you're not going to really know much about him if you don't read the light novel, which you can't because it hasn't been translated into English. So if you're an English BlazBlue fan, you're kind of, up a creek about some of this stuff, right? There's the Phase Shift light novels, which not all of them have been translated. And I'm not going to say that's a fault of the translators. I feel like that's a fault of Arc System Works not translated it, even though they really could. I miss the days where BlazBlue stuff was coming out frequently. I miss that because it's not happening anymore, and it bums me out. It just feels like it's over. Like it's just gone. It's Jover. It's so Jover. But for real though, I don't even know what to even think at this point because there's nothing going on. Yeah, we have Entropy Effect, but that's again it's only BlazBlue in name, and BlazBlue Central Fiction obviously stopped getting support years ago. That was 2017 when it got Jubei, and that was the last time they ever touched the game until it got rollback, which I don't even think even counts. I mean, that's support, but I don't. It has nothing to do with the story or the lore of BlazBlue or any other kind of content. But hey, people can still play Central Fiction if they want to on Steam without any hiccups in online play. Cool, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's about almost 7 years ago. So 7 years ago, Jesus Christ. But yeah, almost 7 years ago since BlazBlue Central Fiction has last been touched. Ignoring the Switch port, which doesn't count. Ignoring the Switch port doesn't count. Ignoring rollback, it doesn't count either. That's it. That's all we had, Central Fiction. And that's it. And and then we had Alternative Dark War, which again was a good start. It just didn't last long enough, and it didn't even get a global release. So that's very sad. Plus, the game itself had issues with maintenance, and the game just didn't run very well. And that's even sadder because the game could have been something, but it's just, I guess, the reason it shut down so early because not enough people were playing it. Not enough people were interested in BlazBlue to even get the game, and I guess that's fair. A lot of mobile games just come out and die instantly. That happens, right? You gotta get people to spend money on these games and be interested in these games to make a profit. And if it's not, you're just wasting money on servers you can easily shut down. And that's what happened to BlazBlue Alternative Dark War. It just couldn't even save itself. And I am sad. I am sad because I feel like it's kind of funny that BlazBlue Alternative Dark War was the last thing we had of BlazBlue right now. I don't know what to even think. I'm just sad. I've been rambling because I have no idea what to think and have no idea what the series is going to, and I'm scared, right? I don't even know what's even going to feel like when a new BlazBlue game comes out. Granted, Mori isn't the only person that works on these games, right? All the light novel writers, the writers for the manga, what all the other all the other writers involved with the series do have a say in it. Mori is the creator and main writer of BlazBlue, but he's not the only person involved with the series, right? So it's easy that one of these people can take the mantle and work on the series going forward. We just don't know who or when or how it's even going to happen. So I'm just here thinking, okay, well, that's all we have for now. Might as well just sit here and wait till something else of BlazBlue comes out. And we don't even know what the next game's gonna be like. It's sad. It's so sad thinking about what BlazBlue could be now. I didn't want to make this video more what the future of BlazBlue is. I'm just thinking about the good old days. I miss the good old days of just sitting in my room, scrolling through Dust Loop forums and seeing all the new revelations that came in the BlazBlue Central Fiction acts. And man, those are the good old days.